Hi, I'm Brian from Dead Ant Building and Pest Inspections, and today we're going to talk about why you should have a building and pest inspection, especially when you're buying a home. You may notice that when you sign a contract you're putting it subject to a building and pest, and another subject is finance. So building and pest under the Australian standard is a visual inspection only, and there's good reason for that, because if someone was coming to inspect your home, you certainly wouldn't want to come home and have your furniture and everything pulled out and all over the place. So that's why it's called a visual inspection. Now there are tools under the standards that we're allowed to use, and this one here is just a tapper, which is basically a golf stick and a little hard ball on the end, and we're tapping the mouldings along your skirting, architraves, jambs, around your window frames. These are common areas where termites are early detected, and areas where termites will eat out the timber and just leave paint behind. So that's the idea of this tapper. The other thing we can use is a moisture meter. This here is used around the showers, although we do test around the window frames, door frames, etc. Because where there's moisture, termites can hide. Another tool that we have been using for a long time, which is now included in the standards, is a thermal or an infrared camera. This basically here, it's not an X-ray machine, it's just detecting heat in the wall of your home. So for example, around showers or air conditioners, places like that, what it does, it shows up a dark area, and this allows us then to say, well, we need to do further investigating because our inspection is visual. Now further investigation can be called an invasive inspection. So we're using a little tool like this. You just put a little hole in the wall the size of your pinky, put the camera in, and we have a look around. Now the reason why your thermal camera may not pick up termites is because when they're foraging around that moisture, it's keeping them cold. So when you go to buy a home, you're looking through, and usually when people are buying their home, it's an emotional process, and you're falling in love with the home and you're not really looking for the defects that you're hiring us to do. So when we're going around there as a builder, we're making sure the home is structurally sound. Sure, there might be some general maintenance, which in our terminology in the building game is major defects and minor defects. And under the standards, there's no written what's major or minor, so it all depends on the inspector as to what he sees is major. And usually for me, a major would be some cracking in the brickwork, foundation is moving, and maybe the floors are out a level, or even your roof line could be slightly out, which you might need to engage an engineer before you purchase. So that's the idea of these reports. Our reports have photos throughout them with explanations as to where the problem is and what you need to do about that. These are also electronically sent to you, so you can easily forward them on to your solicitor or whoever else you might want to read your report. So very important to have a pre-purchase inspections. We find termites, we find structural damage. It allows you to either pull out of the contract or to further negotiate with the purchase of the property in mind of having these things rectified. So make sure you call the experts, call Dead Ant for your pre-purchase building and pest inspection.